It probably wouldn't take her long to find a replacement. Men. Can't live with 'em? Can't. Her brows furrowed. Live with 'em. Jenna hadn't been able to live with hers, that was for sure. Not once she learned Mr. Sensitive Artist had another muse on the side, a redhead who painted murals and was equally sensitive, and had big boobs. That had nothing to do with why they were together, Damien had insisted. They were soulmates. Funny, he'd said the same thing to Jenna once. It looked like some souls could have as many mates as they wanted. Damien Pettit. Handsome, charming, rat. When they first got together, Jenna had thought he was brilliant. They'd met at a club in the U District. He'd been the darling of the University of Washington art department. He'd looked like a work of art himself, with brooding eyes and the perfectly chiseled features of a marble statue. She'd been going to school to become a massage therapist. She, who had never gotten beyond painting tiles and decorating cakes, had been in awe. A real artist. His medium was unrecyclable detritus. Junk. Too bad she hadn't seen the symbolism in that back when they'd first got together. All she'd seen was his creativity. She was seeing that in full bloom now. Damien had certainly found a creative way to support himself and his new woman, with spousal support from Jenna. Seriously? She'd barely be able to support herself and Sabrina once the dust settled. Nonetheless, the court had deemed that she had been the main support of the family, and poor, struggling artist Damien needed transitional help while he readied himself to get out there in the big bad world and earn money on his own. Her reward for being the responsible one in the marriage was to support the irresponsible one. So now he was living in the basement of his parents' house, cozy as a cockroach with the new woman, and Jenna was footing the bill for their art supplies. Was this fair? Was this right? Was this any way to start off her 40th year? Her sister nudged her. Hey, smile. We're having fun here. Jenna forced her lips up. Fun. You can't keep brooding about the junk, jerk. I'm not, Jenna lied. Yeah, you are. I can see it in your eyes. I know it's not fair you have to pay him money, put in Brittany, but that's how things work today. You know, women's rights and all. If men can pay us spousal support, we can pay them too. Since when does women's rights give your ex the right to skip off like a 15-year-old with his new bimbo and you pay for the fun? Jenna demanded. It was sick and wrong. She'd carried him for years, working as a massage therapist while he dabbled away, selling a piece of art here and there. They'd lived on her salary, supplemented by an annual check at Christmas from his folks, who wanted to encourage him to pursue his dream of artistic success, and grocery care packages from her mom, who worked as a checker at the local Safeway. And her grandparents, God bless them, had always given her a nice fat check for her birthday. Shocking how quickly those fat checks always shrank. Damien drank up money like a thirsty plant, investing it in his art. And certain substances to help him with his creative process. Maybe everyone shouldn't have helped them so much. Maybe they should have let Damien become a starving artist, literally. Then he might have grown up and gotten a job. They'd had more than one discussion about that. And when, he'd demanded, am I supposed to do my art? Evenings? Weekends? He'd looked heavenward and shaken his head. As if you can just turn on creativity like a faucet. One of Jenna's clients was an aspiring writer with a family who worked 30 hours a week. She managed to turn on the faucet every Saturday morning. There was obviously something wrong with Damien's pipes. I need time to think, time for things to come together. Something had come together all right, with Aurora Benedict, whose mother had obviously watched one too many Disney movies. Jenna probably should have packed it in long before Aurora came slinking along, admitted what she'd known after only a couple of years into the marriage, that it had been a mistake. But after she'd gotten pregnant, she'd wanted desperately to make things work, so she'd kept her head down and kept plowing forward.